Cork with a free kick, goes to Lanzini on that left-hand side and into Juani, out to Beauregard and into Gudmundsson. Good play here from Burnley, going through the motions into Hendrick, into Lanzini, goes for goal and he shoots, he scores. 10 minutes gone in the game. Manuel Lanzini for Burnley scores and they puts them 1-0 up. Beauregard into Gudmundsson. Gudmundsson then plays the ball out to Hendrick. Hendrick gets the ball to Lanzini, cuts inside, swivels on a sixpence. Rakitic beaten 1-0 Burnley. Lawton into Juani, back to Luton, and Lawton's going to get this ball up the field and trying to find Kevin Gamero, but Zagadou does well and just picks that ball up. Back to Chilwell, back to Zagadou, into Ryan Sessegnon, Cataldi, Zagadou. Good patient football here from Newcastle, into Maya. Lovely little through ball. Shelvey now got time and space, whips that ball out to Embolo, takes on the man into the back post, but can't find Fetiar. Cataldi picks up that ball and recycles it out to that left-hand side. Chilwell coming inside. Maya's there, hits the post, and Martins Indy gets there just before Fetiar. Maya getting the ball into the box from the corner, but again, only can find a Burnley head. And Zagadou now on the outside into Cataldi. Can he find that little ball to Shelby? He can. Into Maya. Maya goes for a shot and it's blocked, and we do get that ball back because they're trying to launch the ball forward as quickly as they can. In Bolo on the right hand side, lovely ball out to Ryan Sessegnon, and Ryan Sessegnon gets his 5th goal of the season. Lovely cross from Beal in Bolo, and we are back on level terms. 26 minutes gone at 1 apiece. Bustos down this line to Embolo, and it comes from a loose clearance from Burnley. Get the ball into the back post, and Sessegnon's got to jump on Lowton. Good to get back on level terms. Maya on the counter-attack. He's got Breel Bolo on that right-hand side. He finds him in Bolo. Can he find someone at the back post? He can't. Martins Indy does a great job there and gets the ball forward to Kevin Gamero. Over the top to Gudmundsson. Can Chilwell head that on? No, he can't. And Juanme gets there, but it's a good tackle by Lascelles, and we get it back into our grasp. Maya, our mark, trying to get the ball in. Sessegnon on the edge, back out to Navarro and Maya. Maya gets the ball in, and it's an own goal from Burnley. I think it's Jack Cork. Puts us 2-1 up. The pressure building from this Newcastle side, and Martins Indy gets the ball out to Sessegnon. He gets the ball out to Maya, and Maya's got loads of time. He fizzes a ball in, and it just hits Jack Cork on the head and puts us 2-1 up. And it left of injury time. Maya with the ball down that left-hand side. Goes back to Ben Davies into Sessegnon. Shelvey now gets the ball, trying to find the ball to Maya, but they get the ball up to Iosi Perez, who launches that ball out to Lanzini. Is it going to be a sing and a tail? It is. Iosi Perez comes back to haunt us. That's his 1st goal of the season, and it's against his former side. And we had 30 seconds left on the clock, but they hit us on the counter-attack, and it's Burnley 2, Newcastle 2. Final seconds of the game, Lanzini just gets this ball in. He gets in front of Jamal Lascelles, and Rakitic had absolutely no chance. 2 apiece. Shelby corner, getting the ball into that back post, but we can't find Troy Deeney, and that is it. Full-time whistle goes. Should have probably won this game with 24 shots on goal, but only 5 on target, so we need to be a little bit more clinical with that. And yeah, they scored in the 93rd minute. Disappointing to drop points so late on. We now go on to Arsenal next, and hopefully we can bounce back with a win. Bustos into Grealish, back to Bustos on this right-hand side, and he's got time to pick a pass, and he finds Embolo, who storms down that right-hand side. Arp now over to Marin. Marin, can he get a ball back in? He can. Embolo's there, hits the bar, and Arp can't get there and swing it into the back of the net, and it's still 0-0. Corner to Arsenal. Aouar's going to get this ball in just after the half-hour mark. Out to Özil. Need to close him down. He's got a hell of a shot, and Rakitic pushes it out to Koscielny, and he scores to make it 1-0 to Arsenal, but it's been chalked off for offside, and Arsenal well and truly on top of this game. Zagadou on this left-hand side. He's got both Sessegnon and Damari Gray, but runs past them, and a lovely switch out to Breel Bolo. He cuts inside. Can he find a black and white shirt? He goes for goal himself, and Bernd Leno pushes that over for a corner kick. Mkhitaryan's going to just dink that in to Petraza, and I think Sessegnon gets in the way, but it looks like it's a push by Sessegnon on Petraza, and it could be a potential penalty. And it is. He is given a penalty, the ref, and it's going to be Lacazette to step up. It's been quite an even game, actually, with regards to the stats of the game. Lacazette in against Rakitic, and he's saved it, and we keep this game at 0-0. Zagadou into Maya, and Maya now going to have a little bit of a run. Got Gray on that left-hand side. comes inside into Cataldi. Cataldi now out to Ryan Sessegnon. Whips the ball into up and he flicks the ball onto Mbolo. And has that put us 1-0 up? No, it hasn't. It's been called for offside. Sessegnon throwing it into Damari Gray. Back to Sessegnon. Gets the ball in. Mustafi's there, but only can get it as far as Cataldi goes for goal and shoots just wide. Had the beating of Arsenal in this second half, but not managed to get the ball in the back of the net. Gray, final chance into Fetiab, heads it on, but not on to goal. And that is going to be game, set and match. 0-0 here at St James's Park. Good draw, really, to be fair, against Arsenal. They're a team that we don't do that great with, but 2 draws back-to-back in the league. And we now go on to Bournemouth. Zagadou knocking that down to Cataldi. Sessegnon out to Shelvey. Shelvey out to Chilwell. Can he get the ball in? Fetiarp's at the near post and heads into the side netting. Unlucky from Fetiarp. 10 minutes gone. Cielo with a corner. Lascelles is there to get the ball out and Maya finishes the clearance, but only as far as Cotsiello gets the ball in and Welbeck shoots just wide for Bournemouth. Monreal out to Nathan Aki and Monreal into Lerma. Good quick football here from Bournemouth, but Cazziello out to Alvarez Balanta, ex-wonder-kid on this game, but he gets caught out by Lavaro Maya. He's got a little bit of work to do. Finds Fetiarp. Fetiarp shoots and scores his 10th goal of the season. Lavaro Maya had a lot of work to do. He's surrounded by 3 or 4 Bournemouth defenders. Let's have a look at here. As you can see, 3 or 4 defenders around him, and Fetiarp was just loitering out on the back of those defenders, and what a hit that is. Begovic dived for it, but no chance for him. 1-0 Newcastle. Shelvey with a free kick goes for goal, and he scores the second goal of the game. Hour mark just ticking over now, and it's 2-0 to Newcastle from that free kick from John Joe Shelvey. Lovely angle for it. Whips that ball into the corner. Begovic does get a hand to it on this occasion, but it's 2-0 to Newcastle. And there we have it. A good professional win from Newcastle, 2-0 away from home at Bournemouth. 2 goals in the space of 5 minutes in the second half. Beat Bournemouth for us, and that is it. 1 win, 2 draws in this roundup, and let's see where that sits us in both the Europa League, the Carabao Cup, and the league. But yeah, going into this game against Chelsea, this is how we sit in all of the competition. So we're 3rd in the league with 4 points, 5 points off Tottenham, 6 points off City, who have both played this weekend. We've already qualified for the next round of the Europa League with 2 games to spare. That's good to see. And we've qualified for the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup. We beat Palace 4-0 away from home. Troy Deeney with a hat-trick and David Neres with the 4th goal. We beat Legia Warsaw 1-0 away from home and then 1-0 at home. 2 very, very tough games. They just defended for their lives, and yeah, we finally got round them both. 6 points from those 2 games, and that's what made us qualify. And yeah, these 2 games, Chelsea and Liverpool, are massive. If we have a look at the league again, Chelsea 4th, Liverpool 5th, and yeah, 2 massive games. Fetiarp 10 goals for this season, so he's playing really, really well. But as you can see, Chelsea dominate some of these rankings. So average rating, player of the match, Hazard's there with the assists as well, and Kepa in goal for Chelsea with 6 clean sheets. So this is the team that's going to go up against Chelsea. We've got Rekovic in goal. Bustos, Lascelles, Zagadou and Chilwell are the back line. Cataldi and Shelvey in the middle. Neres on the right. Sessegnon on the left. Maya in behind Fetiarp. Mbolo's just about fit again. 4 days away from full fitness. And Angelino is about a day away as well. But let's get into this first game against Chelsea. Can we keep our good home form going? Jorginho with the ball in the middle into Chiesa, into Kante, back to Federico Chiesa. Jorginho again in the middle of midfield into Maicon. Maicon into Alvaro Morata. Morata out to Azpilicueta into Kante, and Kante scores. You don't expect him to pop up with a goal, but N'Golo Kante with a first time finish. His 4th goal of the season, and puts Chelsea 1-0 up. Good midfield possession on the for the Blues. Morata gets the ball out to Azpilicueta and gets the ball in, and on the first time volley, N'Golo Kante puts that in. 1-0 to Chelsea. Marcos Alonso with a free kick, and he hits the bar, and Zagadou gets that clear just before the half-hour mark. Bustos with the throw-in, a minute of injury time in this first half. Morata, a little bit of space. Bustos comes and makes a good tackle on Morata. Rudiger has to go all the way back to Kepa. Kepa got a bit of time on his hands, goes to Harry Maguire in the middle of the defence for Chelsea, out to Marcos Alonso, into Eden Hazard on this left-hand side, one-on-one with Bustos, into Maicon, into N'Golo Kante, can't get close to him at the minute. Hazard on a little run, but Shelvey with a great tackle. Now Sessegnon can break on a counter-attack, finds Fetty up over the top. Lovely ball, Fetty up a little bit wide, but he doesn't put him off. And it's one apiece just on the stroke of half-time. Fetty up with an amazing finish from a really, really narrow angle. I thought he'd pushed it a little bit too far on that right-hand side. Lovely ball over the top from Ryan Sessegnon. Great take. And yeah, I thought he pushed it a little bit wide there, but what a finish that is from the youngster. His 11th goal of the season, 1-1, and let's say just before half-time. Grealish, 10 seconds left of the game, into the back post for Farnes there, and what a chance to score late on. Second half really has come to nothing. Both teams made changes, but cancelling each other out in that second half. And it's another draw for us in the league, and not too bad. It's against Chelsea. They're in and around us in the league, so it's not a bad draw, really, to be fair. Unlucky from the boys this time out, but yeah, we're getting better against the big six, and it keeps us in third, and the game against Liverpool is to come. So a long international break, and we are here at Anfield for the second game of today's episode against Liverpool. Now, if you have a look at the bottom of the squad screen, we've picked up a few injuries over the international break. Ben Davies is out for a couple of days. Marisic is out for 4 days. Angelino's out for 3 to 4 months. He broke his pelvis in a training session before the international break. Grealish is out for a couple of days. And Fetty Arp is out for about 10 to 11 days with an injury as well. So this is a team. We've got Rakovic in goal, Bustos, Lascelles, Zagadou and Chilwell are the back line, Cataldi and Shelvey in the middle, Neres on the right, Sessegnon on the left, Maya in behind, Troy Deeney up top. On the bench, Yedlin, Fofana, Gray, Balaza, Marin, Aarons and Embolo. Could be a tough one, this. Lazaro up right back 4 minutes in, and Grujic into Adam Lallana, and Lallana's being pushed back but gets the ball back to Grujic, and now Sadio Mane coming in on that right hand side, goes for goal, and Rakovic does well to keep that out, and Mane already showing his pace and power. Toldi, Chilwell getting the ball out from that left hand side. Zagadou now with the ball at his feet finds Sessegnon. Now he can go and open up those legs of his and go down that left hand side, but being stopped, finds Cataldi in the middle, into Maya to Shelvey. Shelvey, a little bit of space, and shoots just wide against his former club, and it's still 0-0. Zara throwing it in, and Chilwell does well and gets ahead of Mane, but Fabinho in the middle goes over the top to Robertson, and he finds a good ball in, and Zagadou gets the ball clear. Chilwell only gets the ball clear as far as Grujic. Lazaro out to Costa in the middle to Divock Origi, and it's Liverpool 1, Newcastle 0. I don't know why they're looking at VAR. He's nowhere near offside, and Chilwell gets the ball out to Grujic here. Grujic gets the ball out to Lazaro, and first time ball into the back post. First time touch into Costa. Costa into Origi, 1-0 Liverpool. Zara again throwing the ball into Adam Lallana, but Cataldi gets ahead of him. Sessegnon back to Cataldi into Zagadou, but pressing well. The front man there for Liverpool, Lascelles, now got the ball at his feet, goes back to Rakovic, and now we have to go long. Sessegnon isn't going to win that header against Lazaro, and he's going to come forward and find Origi again. Origi, what a save that is from Rakovic to push it onto the post and keep it at 1-0. Rakovic gets the ball out to Zagadou, back to Rakovic, and making Divock Origi do a lot of work. Matip gets ahead of Troy Deeney, and now Lallana with the ball into Sadio Mane, coming in on that right hand side into Douglas Costa, and that's another good save from Rakovic. He's keeping us in this game, keeping the lead down to 1-0, and our player's not playing the best at the minute. Chilwell on a 6.4, might have to bring him off at half time, but I'd say 1-0 to Liverpool here still. Bustos down the line to Neres, and he gets the ball off Lallana into Jonjo. Jonjo now driving forward, finds Troy Deeney in the channel. Troy Deeney goes for goal and smashes that home, bit like Fetty Arp's goal against Chelsea, and he put it into that top left hand corner. His 6th goal of the season. Neres getting the better of Adam Lallana. Jonjo Shelvey, lovely ball to the left-hand side of Matip, can't get there, and then Troy Deeney just puts his foot through it. Absolutely no chance from Alisson in goal, and it's 1 apiece. Robertson with the throw-in, goes down the line, but Cataldi's there and cuts that ball out. Neres into Bustos, back to Lascelles, and high-pressing game from Liverpool, as you'd probably come to expect. Rakovic into Zagadou. Zagadou now, he's got Sessegnon on this left-hand side and he uses him. Comes forward now, does Ryan Sessegnon. Lovely switch out to David Neres into Sessegnon again. And what a counter-attack that is from Newcastle. And we go 2-1 up. Sessegnon to Neres. Neres back to Sessegnon. And he puts it into the back of the net. Just after half-time as well, Sessegnon whips that ball out to David Neres. And he just returns the favour, really. Sessegnon's there to put it in. His 6th goal of the season. We've turned this game around. Chilwell going to throw that ball in and find a Liverpool man, not a Newcastle man. Origi now with the ball at his feet, goes over the top to Douglas Costa. He's got a lot of work to do. He's got a lot of Newcastle players in the box and no Liverpool players, luckily for us. Grujic into Varane, who's been signed for Liverpool, and he goes all the way back to Alisson. Alisson now with a little bit of time and he goes up, but that's a commanding header from Zagadou. Again, they go over the top and Bustos is there. Cataldi this time knocks it down to David Neres and he gets the ball under control and trying to find Sessegnon over the top, but Lazaro cuts that ball out. And a bit scrappy this game so far in the second half. Douglas Costa on this left-hand side into Grujic, into Lallana. Good quick football from Liverpool. Drills that in and Origi's there to put them 2-2 now. It's just after we've scored as well. We can't hold on to a lead at the minute. Liverpool 2, Newcastle 2. Good quick football here from Costa into Grujic, into Lallana, and they say all one-touch stuff. Robertson then gets on that overlap, drills that into the near post, and Origi's there, 2 apiece. 2 minutes to go, and Robertson gets the ball up to Douglas Costa, and he goes to Henderson, and they go long again, and Lascelles should cut that ball out and does. Goes to Rakitic into Zagadou, and we're just playing it out from the back. Lascelles over the top to Troy Deeney. He's going to try and get the run on him, but De Ligt cuts that ball out. And Bolo over to Marin on this left-hand side. He's driving forward, and Bolo's there. Can he get a shot on goal? He can. It's a good save by Alisson, and Yedlin gets the ball finally under control. Goes to David Neres on this right-hand side. Stops, gets the ball in, and Bolo's there. He had loads of space to get that on target, and he doesn't do the job. And there we go. Full-time whistle's gone. Liverpool 2, Newcastle 2. Actually, again, like the Chelsea game, not a bad result. Going to Anfield and picking up a point. All the action really came kind of before half-time and after half-time, and that really shored up the draw for both teams. Get into the dressing room and just say, everyone thought we were going to get beaten today, and we've come away with a very, very good point. Lots of difficult games through the month of October and November. We've actually come out unbeaten in those games as well, if you have a look at the schedule. So yeah, all of these games here. So beat Ajax, beat United, we drew with Burnley. We should have really won it if you had a look at the highlights. Beat Legia, Arsenal we drew with at home. We beat Palace in the Cup and we beat Bournemouth as well. Plus then drawing to Chelsea and Liverpool keeps us in the top 4, but we're now 5 points away from City and Liverpool. Tottenham have actually got a game in hand on us and City, so they can go top as well. That's it for this episode. We are going to be back against Wolves and Arsenal. So we're going to bring you the home game against Wolves because they're actually in the top 10 as well. And we're going to bring you the Carabao Cup quarter-final away at Arsenal at the Emirates. That's it for this episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you don't want to miss any more content. Remember, tick the little bell icon. And until next time, with this save anyway, 12 o'clock on Thursday, we'll bring you Wolves and Arsenal. I'll see you soon.